Stoicism teaches us that we are not in control of others, only ourselves. This principle is a cornerstone when considering relationships, especially when it comes to attracting the right woman into your world. It begins with you, not with strategies, not with external validation, but with your character and how you navigate life with virtue and intention. Focus first on cultivating the qualities you admire in others within yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If you desire a partner who is kind, wise, and strong, you must embody those traits yourself. The right woman is not drawn to pretense or masks, but to authenticity and integrity. Show up as who you truly are, consistently, and let your actions speak louder than your words. Next, accept the principle of control. Epictetus teaches us to distinguish between what is up to us and what is not. The woman you seek is not something you can control. You cannot force connection, manipulate affection, or demand understanding. What you can control is how you show up, how you communicate, and how you respond to what life brings your way. Detach yourself from specific outcomes. This does not mean indifference, but rather freedom from desperation or neediness. Desiring a relationship is natural, but attaching your happiness or worth to its arrival undermines your resilience. Instead, cultivate contentment in the present. A full and meaningful life, independent of external factors, is magnetic in itself. When you no longer need a relationship to complete you, you create space for one built on mutual respect and shared values. Temperance also plays a role. In seeking a connection, avoid excess, whether it's in effort, words, or expectations. The right woman is not impressed by grand gestures aimed at proving your worth. She values consistency, calmness, and clarity. Practice self-restraint in all interactions and let your presence be felt without overextending or over-promising. Recognize the power of patience. Seneca writes, "Time discovers truth. Relationships forged quickly can falter just as quickly. Building something meaningful requires time, effort, and discernment. Trust that the right person will align with your path when the time is right. Until then, continue to refine yourself, live with purpose, and embrace the journey. You attract the right woman not by seeking her, but by seeking to be the best version of yourself. Virtue is the magnet, and the rest will fall into place as it should. Remember, in Stoicism, there's no place for desperation or haste. Desperation clouds judgment and blinds us to what is truly good for us. Haste often leads us to settle for something or someone misaligned with our values. The Stoic approach is deliberate and grounded. We trust the process and focus on what we can control, leaving the rest to the unfolding of nature. A significant aspect of drawing the right person into your world is understanding your own values and boundaries. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your non-negotiables? Seneca advises us to associate with those who make a better man of you. This applies not just to friendships, but to romantic relationships. The right partner will not merely fit into your life. She will challenge you to grow and deepen your practice of virtue. And at the same time, humility is key. Pride and ego often mislead us, making us believe we are entitled to certain outcomes or certain people. Epictetus warns against the arrogance of thinking we are more deserving than others. When meeting potential partners, approach them with respect and curiosity rather than a checklist or preconceived notions. The right connection cannot be forced or calculated. It emerges naturally when two aligned individuals meet. Another lesson Stoicism teaches is gratitude. Often we become so focused on what we desire that we forget to appreciate what we already have. This applies to both ourselves and those around us. Appreciate your own journey, the struggles you've endured, the growth you've achieved, and the person you are becoming. When you meet someone who piques your interest, express genuine gratitude for her presence in your life, whether or not it leads to something long-lasting. Rejection is another critical area where Stoic wisdom shines. Not every woman you meet will be the right one, and not everyone will reciprocate your feelings. This is not a reflection of your worth, but of life's natural variety. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Instead of taking rejection personally, see it as redirection, a sign that the alignment you seek is still ahead, not behind. Living a Stoic life means embracing the ebb and flow of relationships with equanimity. Joy does not depend on external circumstances, but on the peace you cultivate within. By focusing on your virtues, maintaining patience, and trusting in the natural order of things, you prepare yourself to not only meet the right person, but to build a relationship grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and lasting strength. Understand that the pursuit of a meaningful relationship is not an external chase, it's an internal transformation. The essence of Stoicism is self-mastery, and when you embody this, the right woman will naturally recognize and resonate with the values you live by. Focus not on impressing someone else, but on deeply impressing upon yourself the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom teaches you to observe and understand both yourself and others. Take time to understand the kind of relationship you want and the qualities that align with your principles. When you meet someone, don't rush to judgment or make assumptions based on fleeting impressions. Instead, apply the Stoic principle of reserving judgment until you have sufficient evidence. Is she kind? Does she act with integrity? Does she share your values? These are the questions that guide you toward a relationship that isn't just fleeting, but deeply fulfilling. Courage, in this context, means showing up authentically. There is a vulnerability in allowing someone to see your true self. Yet that is where real connection is forged. As Seneca said, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare, things are difficult. Have the courage to express who you are without fear of rejection. Authenticity is not about perfection, it's about honesty and consistency. The right person will value the courage it takes to be genuine. Justice calls you to fairness and mutual respect in relationships. This means not viewing the woman you're interested in as an object to acquire or a means to your happiness, but as an individual with her own journey, struggles, and aspirations. Respect her autonomy as much as you respect your own. This mutual respect builds a foundation of trust and ensures that your connection is based on equality and shared purpose, rather than control or superficial desires. Temperance reminds you to avoid excess in emotions and actions. Desperation, obsession, or even idealization can cloud your judgment and distort reality. Keep your emotions in balance. Appreciate the moments you share with someone without attaching unrealistic expectations to them. Love, like life, flows more naturally when it is not forced or overly planned. Consider, too, the importance of practicing gratitude. When you learn to appreciate the relationships already present in your life, be they with family, friends, or even yourself, you cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This gratitude creates a positive energy that others are naturally drawn to. As Epictetus advises, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Another vital aspect is learning to embrace rejection. Not every woman you meet will align with your values or reciprocate your interest, and that's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a matter of alignment. The Stoics teach us to accept the things we cannot change. If a connection doesn't materialize, view it as an opportunity to refine your understanding of what you truly seek. Every experience, pleasant or not, is a teacher, And the right woman will see and appreciate the way you carry yourself through life. She will be drawn to your resilience in the face of challenges, your calm amidst chaos, and your unwavering commitment to your values. These are not qualities you display for her approval. They are the foundation of who you are. When your focus is on living a virtuous life, you become a lighthouse, steady and bright, guiding the right person toward you. This process is not about shortcuts or superficial tactics. It is about deep work, patience, and trust in the unfolding of life. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Focus your thoughts and actions on building a life rooted in virtue, and trust that the relationships meant for you will come into your orbit at the right time. To continue deepening this exploration, let's reflect on the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. In Stoicism, this principle teaches us to embrace life exactly as it unfolds, rather than yearning for something different. This mindset is especially powerful in relationships. The right woman for you will not come into your life because you manipulate circumstances, but because you align with life's natural flow. Amor fati encourages you to trust that everything happening is for your growth and betterment, even if it doesn't align with your initial expectations. This trust in fate is not passive acceptance, but active engagement. It requires you to show up every day as your best self, to remain open to opportunities, and to embrace each moment fully. Epictetus reminds us wherever you are, it is your friends, your family, and your companions who can nourish your soul. While seeking a romantic partner, don't overlook the relationships and connections already present in your life. These relationships are practice grounds for cultivating the virtues you want to bring into a romantic relationship. Another important Stoic principle is sympathia, the interconnectedness of all things. Understand that you are part of a larger whole and your actions ripple outward. When you embody Stoic virtues in your daily life, you influence those around you positively. By treating everyone with kindness, respect, and fairness, you create an aura of trustworthiness and dignity that naturally attracts the right kind of people into your life. This also means recognizing the value of community. The search for a meaningful connection is not solely about romantic pursuits. Engaging with others in shared activities, volunteering, or pursuing common interests allows you to naturally encounter people who align with your values. In these environments, you're not trying to meet someone, you're simply living your life fully and authentically, which is the most attractive thing you can do. A key aspect of attracting the right partner is being at peace with solitude. The Stoics taught that contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances or people. If you feel incomplete or restless in your own company, you may project that neediness onto others, which can drive them away. On the other hand, when you are at peace with yourself, you exude a calm confidence that is incredibly appealing. Seneca wrote, "A man is never as free as when he is at peace with himself." Solitude is not loneliness. It is an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Use this time to deepen your understanding of who you are and what you truly want. Ask yourself, what kind of relationship would align with my values? What qualities do I admire in others? And how can I cultivate those within myself? These questions are not meant to make you rigid or overly selective, but to help you discern what matters most to you. Patience is another critical element. The right relationship cannot be rushed or forced. Often, in our eagerness to find connection, we overlook red flags or settle for less than we deserve. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles or delays in your romantic life are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. They teach you resilience, clarity, and the ability to discern what truly matters. The practice of mindfulness is also essential. Be fully present in every interaction. When you meet someone new, listen deeply, without judgment or the need to impress. Authentic presence is rare and powerful. It creates a space where real connection can flourish. Avoid the temptation to plan your next response or analyze what she might be thinking. Instead, simply be there, fully engaged, and let the interaction unfold naturally. Remember the Stoic idea of memento mori, the reminder of mortality. Life is fleeting and time is our most precious resource. This awareness should not lead to anxiety, but to urgency in living with purpose. Don't waste time on superficial pursuits or relationships that do not align with your values. Instead, invest your time in becoming the best version of yourself and in building meaningful connections with those who enrich your life. The woman who's meant for you will not complete you. She will complement the completeness you have already cultivated within yourself. Together, you will build a partnership rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and a deep appreciation for the journey you are both on. And when that connection happens, you'll recognize it not because you were searching for it, but because you were prepared for it. You'll know that it wasn't about finding the right person, it was about becoming the right person. To dive even deeper, let us consider the role of intention in drawing the right woman into your life. In Stoicism, intention holds immense power. Every action you take, no matter how small, must align with your principles. When seeking a meaningful relationship, your intentions should be pure and rooted in virtue, not in selfish desires or fleeting pleasures. Ask yourself, am I pursuing this relationship for mutual growth and support, or am I seeking validation or comfort to fill a void within myself? This clarity of intention creates a foundation for authenticity. The right woman will be drawn to someone who is clear about what they want, but not desperate to have it. As Epictetus teaches, first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do. Define the kind of partner you wish to be and let your actions naturally align with that vision. The consistency of your character becomes a quiet yet powerful signal to others, showing them the kind of relationship you're capable of offering. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of Stoic practice, and it plays a crucial role in relationships. Before you can attract the right partner, you must know yourself deeply. This means reflecting on your strengths and virtues, but also your weaknesses and triggers. A Stoic understands that self-improvement is a lifelong journey. By addressing your own flaws and seeking to grow, you prepare yourself for a relationship that is not only fulfilling but also resilient in the face of challenges. It's also essential to practice emotional regulation, a hallmark of Stoicism. Relationships often stir strong emotions: joy, excitement, fear, or even frustration. The Stoics teach us that emotions themselves are not inherently bad, but our response to them is what matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you can approach relationships with emotional stability, you create a safe and balanced environment where trust can thrive. Emotional regulation does not mean suppressing your feelings, but managing them wisely. For example, if you feel an initial spark with someone, resist the urge to rush or become overly attached. Take time to observe whether the connection aligns with your values and intentions. Similarly, if you face rejection or misunderstandings, don't let them shake your sense of self-worth. These moments are opportunities to practice resilience and acceptance. The principle of acceptance is another profound Stoic teaching relevant to relationships. Not every interaction will lead to a connection, and not every connection will lead to a lasting relationship. This is not a failure, but a natural part of life. The Stoics encourage us to view setbacks not as personal failures, but as part of the larger unfolding of events. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. By accepting what is, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and create space for new opportunities. A critical aspect of Stoicism is the practice of gratitude. While seeking a partner, it's easy to focus on what's missing in your life. But the Stoics remind us to appreciate what we already have. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships, experiences, and qualities that enrich your life right now. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, making you more attractive to others. A grateful person exudes positivity and contentment, qualities that draw others in naturally. The practice of modesty also holds great value. In a world that often encourages bravado and self-promotion, the Stoic approach of quiet confidence stands out. Let your actions speak for you. Avoid boasting or exaggerating your achievements to win someone's admiration. True connection is built on sincerity and humility. When you carry yourself with quiet dignity, you show that your worth is intrinsic, not dependent on external validation. Another practical Stoic principle is prohairesis, the ability to choose your response to situations. In relationships, this means maintaining your composure and values, even when faced with challenges or conflict. If someone misunderstands your intentions or rejects your interest, respond with kindness and grace rather than anger or bitterness. Your response reflects your character and demonstrates your commitment to living virtuously, even in difficult moments. Remember also the importance of living a life of purpose. The right relationship will not define your purpose, it will complement it. Spend your time pursuing meaningful goals, whether in your career, hobbies, or contributions to your community. As you focus on building a life you're proud of, you naturally attract those who align with your vision. A life filled with purpose and passion is magnetic, drawing others who share your values and aspirations. Patience is an often overlooked virtue in modern relationships, but the Stoics understood its profound value. Building something meaningful takes time. Allow connections to unfold naturally rather than forcing or rushing them. As Marcus Aurelius said, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Trust that the right person will come into your life at the right time. Your role is to stay true to your principles and remain open to possibilities. Lastly, cultivate joy in the journey. While the destination, a meaningful relationship, may be your goal, the path you take to get there is just as important. Celebrate the small victories, the lessons learned, and the growth you experience along the way. When you focus on the process rather than the outcome, you align yourself with Stoic wisdom. Life becomes not a series of unmet desires, but a rich tapestry of experiences, each one valuable in its own right. In embodying these principles, you create a life rooted in virtue, resilience, and purpose. Such a life is inherently attractive not just to the right woman, but to all who cross your path. And when the right connection does come, it will be built on a foundation of mutual respect, shared values, and a deep appreciation for each other's journey. This is the essence of a Stoic approach to love. Steady, intentional, and profoundly meaningful. And in the end, the path to drawing the right woman into your world is not about chasing after others, but about refining yourself. Through wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you become a magnet for the kind of relationship that is truly fulfilling and aligned with your values. Remember, the right person will be drawn to your authenticity, your virtue, and your commitment to living a life of purpose. Take this journey one step at a time, trusting that by focusing on your own growth, the relationships meant for you will come naturally. Embrace patience, practice gratitude, and enjoy the process of becoming the best version of yourself. If this message resonates with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism, self-mastery, and how to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Let's continue this journey together, one principle at a time. See you in the next video.